Legendary American investor Jim Rogers said he has increased his holdings in some Chinese stocks instead of selling them during turbulence in the Chinese market. He said selling the stocks too early could be a lifelong regret.
Well, I hope for my children. I hope that my children own my Chinese shares. If I had sold American shares in 1915, I might have looked smart for 2 or 3 years. But over the next 80 years, I would have looked pretty foolish. China's the next great country in the world, so in the case of China, I want my children to have my shares. Some of them will probably fail. Some of the shares will probably fail. But overall, China's going to be a great, great, great success. So my children someday will say, he must have been smart. Look at all these shares we have.
The Chinese market peaked in June and declined sharply in the third quarter, with the Shanghai Composite Index falling from a high of 5,100 points to a low of 2,850 points in September. The index has since recovered to around 3,300 points. Although Rogers remains optimistic about the Chinese stock market in general, he has doubts about the science and technology sectors.
No, there's not a bubble in China. Some stocks got overpriced, got expensive too fast, but there's not a bubble. I've seen bubbles around the world. This was not a bubble. It was an overpriced market, but it was not a bubble. And perhaps the current technology stocks in China are entering a bubble like that. I'm not sure it got that developed, but if it continued, it was certainly an incipient bubble, and we'll wait to see if it becomes a full-fledged crazy bubble.
Rogers said he sees a future in China's rural development. He added that he holds stock in several Chinese airlines, as he believes more Chinese will be able to travel by air in the future and that tourism is going to grow even larger.
In the past 35 years in China, people in the cities have done very, very well. People in the countryside have not done so well. Farmers have not done so well. That's going to change for many macroeconomic reasons worldwide, but also in China because Beijing is now giving big incentives for people in the countryside. They want to improve agriculture, they want to improve the countryside. So there are many reasons, international reasons and domestic reasons, why farmland in China is especially attractive. I suspect 3 or 4 years from now, 5 years from now, Chinese farmers are going to be much, much better off. Certainly 15 years from now, they're going to be.
Rogers was in central China's city of Zhengzhou earlier this week as part of a speaking tour that took him to several large Chinese cities. His tour ended on Tuesday.